Right now, Denver police are searching for the suspects in a shooting on Colfax that killed one person and hurt 5 others. They're looking for a dark-colored SUV they believe is connected to that shooting. 9 News reporter Jordan Chavez joins us live from outside Denver Police headquarters right now. He has the latest on the investigation. Jordan, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Gary and Corey. Yeah, just a little before 2 yesterday afternoon, Denver police say that 6 people who were just standing on the corner of Urbina and East Colfax, who apparently were not in any kind of conflict, were approached by 3 suspects who had stopped their car, got out of their car, and then fired multiple rounds at those 6 victims. 1 person sadly was killed. 5 other people were taken to the hospital. 3 of them were taken in critical condition. Now, police say the 3 suspects then got back in their car and they headed east on Colfax. They then abandoned that car near 12th Avenue in Yosemite and hopped into what's only being described as a dark-colored vehicle. This is a picture of it that we're showing you right now. Police say it's unclear if this car was stolen, and the make and model are unknown to us as well at this time, but we do also have this picture for you to take another look at in this article on 9news.com. Now, at a press conference that happened Tuesday, Commander Matt Clark had mentioned that the area has been identified as a higher violent crime area. And so to combat that problem, they are adding additional resources in that area to help reduce the crime that's happening in those spots, guys.
All right, Jordan, thank you. So there is a lack of consensus on how to define a mass shooting, but several organizations, including the Gun Violence Archive, define it as a minimum of 4 people shot. So based on that definition, this Colfax shooting was Colorado's 12th mass shooting so far this year. For comparison, last year there were 13 mass shootings in Colorado.
Police in Lakewood are looking for 2 boys that they believe set fire to an apartment complex there Monday. That fire killed a mother and her 10-year-old daughter. 9 News reporter John Glasgow joins us live from Tiffany Square Apartments. John, police say they're not releasing the suspects' names.
Yeah, that's right, Gary, and that is because they are under the age of 18. Lakewood police say that they have issued arrest warrants, and the 2 boys are wanted for arson and first-degree murder charges. We're also learning more about the victims here this morning as well. Police have identified the mother and daughter killed in the fire as 31-year-old Kathleen Payton and 10-year-old Jasmine Payton Aguayo. Now, police say that firefighters found them inside one of the units of the Tiffany Square Apartments near 9th and Sheridan. They say that the fire was intentionally set around 4:15 Monday morning. 10 people were hurt, including a family of 3 who jumped from the 2nd floor to escape. Sadly, Kathleen and Jasmine, who went by Jazzy, did not make it out. We spoke with Kathleen's niece and nephew, who say they will remember their loved ones for their sweetness.
She was everything that you would ask for, honestly. Like, she was there for us.
She was the sweetest little girl you could meet.
So Jasmine was a 4th grader at the Dean Elementary School here in Lakewood. The principal sent out a statement to parents and students saying that her smile lit up the room.
I know there was a lot of damage to that apartment building. What happens to the other people who live there, John?
It's a great question, Gary. It's hard to see, but the building that actually burned is behind me in this parking lot. It's very difficult to see here in the dark morning hours, but the fire damaged 14 apartments, but 32 different units are also going to be displaced as well for those people that are living there. So there's going to be a lot of damage here, and some people are now going to be finding some alternative shelter here in the meantime as this investigation continues, Gary.
All right, John, thanks for the update. Appreciate it. Finding somewhere to live is a major problem for people in Vail, and now hospitals and medical facilities are having a hard time keeping staff because of that.
So one hospital is starting a new project it hopes will help. Matt Renew is live in Vail this morning, and Matt, Vail Health is going to build nearly 90 condos for doctors, nurses, and other employees at the hospital to live in.
This is a big project, Corey and Gary. Good morning. And unlike most that are tied in with a government program with a city or county, this is 2 businesses partnering to build affordable housing for the men and women who every day save lives.
At Vail Health Hospital, Chief Real Estate Officer Craig Cohen starting a massive project.
This is our most robust and aggressive project to date.
To build more affordable housing for Vail Health medical staff.
And this means not just the emergency department staff that's behind us, the red sign behind me, but clinic staff in Edwards, clinic staff in Dillon.
Like other businesses, Vail Health has struggled to hire and keep people working in a place where rents can run up to $7,000 a month.
Housing in the mountains has always been a challenge, whether you are a healthcare worker or a hospitality worker.
So they've partnered with another private business, BGV Properties.
This project is completely unique in that regard.
To build an employee housing campus in Edwards with 87 condos for doctors, nurses, and other Vail Health employees.
Multi-million-dollar project. It'll bring 218 bedrooms to the community. That is the largest, definitely the largest private professional housing, employee housing development that has ever been done in our valley.
In a spot that could have seen high-end real estate properties.
We will be building more professional housing units for employees in the valley than we are for luxury units.
But Craig says
it is an ambitious idea.
Will be built so that people working to save lives will have a place to live.
Improve their quality of life and make sure that they're able to be here at work, taking care of the community.
Project has just started, but the idea is to have some of the building and construction done and some of the units available for rent in about a year, and the rent will be based on how much a person makes who's working at the various medical facilities in the area. So Gary and Corey, a person who makes $25 an hour will pay less rent than someone who makes more money than that.
Seems like a good idea.
It is such a good idea, and it is amazing that they found a company that, you know, a developer that's willing to do that, because most developers, they want to always build these multi-million-dollar, you know, places up in the high country.
You're right, Gary. In fact, we talked about that. This is a location in Edwards right off I-70 that would be prime for expensive condos or luxury condos, but they're setting that aside for workforce housing, for professional workforce housing, medical staff, because it's needed so badly.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Hats off to them.
Yeah.
That is terrific. All right, Matt, thank you. Appreciate it. Vail Resorts owns Keystone Ski Area too, and the people who live in Keystone are now pushing for a change.
Right, they wanted to be legally recognized as a town. The resort was founded 50 years ago as part of unincorporated Summit County. For decades, there has been talk of incorporating Keystone, but Vail Resorts has always been opposed. The argument in favor of incorporation has stayed pretty much the same. People who live in Keystone don't want to rely on the county for things like maintenance and public safety. The difference this time around, one of the resort's founders, Bill Bergman, says he's had a change of heart and he wants Keystone to form a town and stop sending its tax revenue to Summit County. The Denver Post was first to report on the latest attempt to incorporate Keystone. People who live there have petitioned a state court asking for a special election to form a town.